Welcome to episode 2 of Devious D's Philosophy. I'm your host, Ethan Noor.
I'm your co-host, Denver Gannett.
Co-host Carl McLaughlin.
And last but not least, Tucker Sweet.
Today we'll be talking about rigged drafts in the NBA.
Let's get the background knowledge on it, Ethan.
So basically, in 1985, the Knicks were bad, really bad, and they were a really big market in the NBA. And the league lost a lot of money the last couple of years over them being really bad. So they rigged the draft so the Knicks could get the first overall pick for Patrick Ewing. So the league would make $1 billion more, basically.
Yeah, like New York, it's a big market, right? Like,
Yeah.
you want those big market teams to succeed because if not, you're gonna lose all that money you could gain.
Yeah, like if it, Indiana was also in that race for it.
Yeah.
No one watches Indiana.
Yeah.
No.
What's there in Indiana?
No one wanted to go watch Patrick Ewing in Indiana.
Yeah, that's not something people really wanted to do at that time. So they really wanted to give it to a big market team.
Because Patrick Ewing, he was like a big prospect coming up. He was
out of Georgetown.
Yeah, not on the level of like MJ at the time, but
I don't know. It was close.
Yeah, he was good.
He was really good in college, so a very sought after prospect.
Yeah, he didn't actually help them win a ring though, did he?
No.
They didn't win one with him.
He was an all-star almost every year. He was with the Knicks. Made it to the finals once, but really didn't win it.
The Knicks were so bad, but once they got Patrick Ewing, their revenue went up, but their skill didn't get any better.
Yeah.
They just kept the crappy team because Patrick Ewing's taking all the cap space.
Oh, yeah. It was bad. Especially back then when the cap
space was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus in the East, they got to face the Bulls, the Pistons, the Celtics. A bunch of stacked teams.
Super teams back in the day. It was a really hard division.
Yeah.
Even the Cavs back then were good.
Yeah, they had Mark Price, Brad Daugherty.
Yeah,
pretty elite.
Just elite teams out of the East.
Yeah. That was also the first year that they actually did a lottery, right?
Yeah.
They had the envelopes.
They had the envelopes, and it was a bet. When they finally pulled out the envelope, it was the only one with a dent in the corner.
Yeah.
So people really thought, fans really were trying to find a way. Fans for teams that didn't get the first overall pick really wanted to find a reason to
be mad.
And find to make the league really mad.
Which is crazy because it's literally just a
random
cut. It's just a random thing. There's a little dent in the corner. They could have literally just dropped the thing on the ground, but people took with it and ran, right? And that's
Pretty
what
much.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's a big thing.
Even
now.
news sources really got into it.
Yeah.
They started interviewing fans outside of stadiums, and they were really, all the fans were mad and stuff.
Yeah.
I would too. I'm a Jazz fan. We were pretty bad for a while.
Still are.
For a while, I wouldn't say for a while.
You haven't been good.
Were you mad in 1985?
Hey man, we John Stock Carmelo back in the day.
Hey, that's right. As a Nuggets fan, I was mad in 1985 too, but my team didn't win the lottery.
Yeah, the Raptors, we were...
weren't even a team.
We weren't a team, but I was still mad
Not
because,
the win.
back when I was born in 2007,
1985 season really got us all.
It got
in
us
our
all
fields.
gypsy.
Fans really tried to find any reason to, find that the draft was rigged, and they really ran with that corner on the envelope being dented.
But what even makes this conspiracy believable though? What's all the evidence that shows towards it?
So basically, after the fact, they looked at the public league revenue for the 84-85 and then the 85-86. The revenue skyrocketed after Ewing went to the Knicks.
Yeah. So, do you think they rigged any drafts after that? Well, do you guys actually think that one was rigged? What's everyone's opinion?
I personally do, because when you look at the revenues and all the evidence that goes towards.
When you look into the facts and do a dying franchise, in the first draft lottery, the chances of them getting the first pick.
Yeah.
They weren't even really the worst team either.
No, they were definitely not the worst team.
Tucker, you think it was
I definitely think it could be. I wouldn't say it was, but it definitely is a high chance.
I agree. I agree with that.
Definitely a high chance it was.
But there's there's also reasons why it could have been. They could have like dropped it into the bucket weird.
Yeah.
They could have. And why would the league purposely, intentionally like ruin their reputation as an integral league?
Especially like even nowadays, like even the worst team doesn't get the first overall pick, so this could all just be
Yeah.
pure luck.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the
all
Pistons have been
like,
the worst
yeah.
team for the past 3 years,
And
and
they
they've gotten
haven't
the
gotten
fourth and fifth.
I mean, they had
pick.
Cade, but
Yeah.
But he wasn't ever like that was before
They
were
were-
last every year.
Yeah, they were all, like, it's all percentage based. Like
Yeah.
I remember when Derrick Rose went to the Bulls had like a 2% chance to get the first overall
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah. And
Like-
it's just pure luck.
But I mean, it's also kind of like Wemby went to the Spurs. You know, the Spurs were a dynasty for a while. They're a big franchise, and then they fell off for a few years, and they get Wemby now.
then
So you
they,
could say
they
it's
went
kinda
into
the
that
same
rebuild
thing.
phase though, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still weren't the worst team in the league. That was always the Pistons, the Hornets.
Yeah.
Pistons
Pistons
god
stink.
awful.
Yeah, like, and
Why do they have a franchise?
because they had 2 championships.
And do you think like so the draft was in New York? Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Do you think that
I
would
didn't know
have
that.
helped them like get the chance because they want the fans, like the hometown fans at the draft, happy with them winning and getting the number all
Yeah.
over?
It definitely could have been. And also, this isn't really any facts, but like someone from New York could have threatened the commissioner at the time to make.
yeah. There's a
you-
lot of mafia back there in New York. Yeah.
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 Especially with gambling, like too.
Yeah, they definitely could have influenced that in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
back
make-
in that game.
I didn't know it was in New York. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
Mate,
that's-
that just adds to the.
Yeah, that swayed me to thinking
actually-
it's
Yeah, that's
it's a little
another
more
thing.
That's a
right
big
Yeah.
part of it too.
And fans really connected over like news and stuff back then
Yeah.
because there wasn't really social media, and like there's headlines of the draft potentially being rigged. Like, what are we looking at?
What?
Oh, what are we looking at?
What?
Leaf, right?
No.
Oh. Yeah, that, like,
How long? Is it?
there was headlines about the draft potentially being rigged and stuff. So fans from completely different fan bases really connected that way
Yeah.
because they were all mad at.
They're all mad. Yeah, they came in on the Knicks.
Yeah. The only team that was actually happy after the draft was the
It was
Knicks.
the Knicks. Yeah.
All right, guys, it's sponsor time. Today we're sponsored by Pizza Twice. We have a Pizza Twice card here right now. If you get 9 slices of pizza, get your 10th free. Pizza Twice is based in Ormocto. Really good spot to eat. What are your guys' opinions?
I like their employee Devin Fagan.
And top customer.
Yeah. So I would really recommend if you go there, ask for him to be your.
Rumor has it, Pizza Twice traded for him from Pizza Delight.
Yeah. They might have rigged the draft for him.
Yeah, they might have.
Rumor has it, up-and-coming prospect Devin Fagan was poached from Pizza Delight by Pizza Twice.
That is, hey, I've heard that too. That was in the news for a month. That's big news for a
It's a
month.
good conspiracy theory, guys.
Yeah.
And Pizza Twice has their combo collector card. That's what this is here. And this is actually my card, and I am.
How do you
8
get one
pizzas
of those?
in.
How do you get one of those?
Yeah.
You buy a pizza and you
They give
buy
it
a
to
pizza and they give you one.
All right.
They mark it off for you, and after your 10th pizza, you get it free.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
I might have to steal that card from you later.
Might have to.
That's awesome.
Might have to go get pizza afterwards.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to go later. Maybe you buy one and then I get that 10th one free.
I think it should be the other way around, maybe, because you're probably driving.
Yeah.
You're probably driving.
Yeah. Always ask for Devin Fag when you're going to
Pizza Twice.
Pizza Twice.
Thank you, Pizza Delight or Pizza Twice, for sponsoring today's video.
Thank you.
Yeah, not Pizza Delight.
No,
I
God,
appreciate
no,
it.
Pizza
not
Delight isn't it?
Yeah.
L.
What? You don't like pizza delight? Okay.
And back to the podcast.
Dude, we're sponsored. Why are you talking about Pizza
Thank
Delight?
you, man. The sponsor, man.
And now back to the pod.
Take it away, Tucker.
Yes. Let's get started.
How do you think the theories have changed? Like have you, like, over the years, like, it's been how many? 40 years, or 39, sorry.
Yeah, about close to 40 years. The I think the
Cut that part out.
I think the
Ethan's foot.
Hold up. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The theory's definitely died down since it's been almost close to 40 years. Dude. Oh my god, those stink, man.
Get your feet off the table.
The people still talk about it just for something to just to talk about, but it's definitely died down since the height of it back in the 86 in the 80s after 85. The hype's definitely died down because it hasn't really done much to society just because the Knicks didn't even win.
Yeah, it didn't work out for the Knicks at all.
It didn't even matter.
They haven't even won one since, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, they only won since Bernard King.
Yeah. That's a legend. Walt Frazier, Bernard King.
Oh, Denver. Denver.
Anyway, now what do we think about the Knicks now? Anyways,
I think they're awful.
Wow. First year they've made the playoffs.
Yeah, they just made the playoffs.
they have Jalen Brunson. They have.
Hey.
No, don't even name the players. They have the 2017 Villanova Wildcats.
That's true. That's who they have.
That's true. But the Jazz have Lauri Markkanen.
Jazz. The Jazz only have Lauri Markkanen and Colin Sexton.
Hey, we have we have a couple good centers, man.
You guys have the
Another player
worst
on the team.
rebrand
Walker
in NBA history.
Walker Kessler.
Walker
What are those jerseys?
You have the Utah Hockey Club now too.
Yeah, we have. Hey, no, we just rebranded again. We're back to the mountains, man. We're back to the Purple Mountains.
Thank God. That old rebrand was horrible.
Hey, I'll admit the highlighter jerseys weren't good. I'll admit.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to admit it was not good. But
So who's winning the draft lottery for Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flag.
Who's going to win that draft lottery? I think it's finally time the Pistons get a number one pick.
All right.
The Pistons.
I mean, they had Cade in 2021, but it's time they get their franchise player.
It's time to get their franchise player when they've had the worst record.
Yeah.
For the past 3
Especially
years.
after, was it the start of this year? They went
All
on
right.
like a 1-20 skid or something
28
like that.
straight.
28
game
straight
loss.
losses.
Yeah,
Set a new record.
Breaking it to the Toronto Raptors.
Oh yeah.
which is
Sad.
Hey,
Honestly, I think the Hornets are a real contender for Cooper Flag as well.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
LaMelo Ball is gonna
LaMelo
want
Ball,
out here
Cooper
soon.
Flag.
He's gonna want out here.
It'd
soon,
be
though.
sick.
Or even the Bulls now. They just got rid of DeMar.
Yeah, they're kind of going into rebuild.
They're going in. I think they're gonna release Alex Caruso here soon.
They traded them.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, they traded
Yeah.
him
To the Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Giddey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Giddler.
It's the Kidley.
all right.
So you probably like Josh Giddey because
No, I
you're
don't.
a Karl Malone fan.
Hey, I like Karl Malone in the basketball court. No, I wouldn't.
Oh my God, the postman and the Giddler.
Oh,
It's all right.
all right. So I know what I thought before I did my research, but what have you guys thought? Did you think the draft was rigged before this podcast?
Honestly, before I heard it was in New York, not really. But after hearing that it's in New York, I could believe that it's rigged. It sounds like what the New Yorkers would do.
That's
Yeah.
Well, it's not really the New Yorkers. It'd be more the league, right?
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
is league office not based out of New York too?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, right? So that could be another
Who
thing.
was the
well,
commissioner
just-
at the time?
David Stern.
David Stern.
But just think, you have a dying franchise in New York. Your headquarters is there. It's really your biggest.
The draft is
it's,
there.
It's your biggest fan base.
Yeah.
Really, they were probably the most diehard fans back then.
Yeah, and I'm guessing like the billionaires out in New York at the time probably wanted their
'Cause
team to be.
New York would have been the most popular and probably biggest.
That is cottage cheese, man.
Oh, I feel it.
Should we show it to the camera? Show that to the camera. That's how Denver deodorizes himself.
God damn. My deodorant got fried. Anyways,
David Stern was definitely.
Do you have like cuts in your armpits?
I do a better topic. Our second sponsor of the day, Old Spice.
Last forever.
That's the most durable deodorant and antiperspirant. It smells good. Don't let the old in the name deter you. All the new, young, fresh guns use this deodorant.
I'm pretty sure Patrick Ewing actually did a commercial for Old Spice back in the
They
day.
did.
I think he did.
Has
actually.
48-hour protection.
Yeah.
Stops you from sweating and stains on your clothes.
Yeah.
It's 10% bigger.
10% bigger.
I wish my girl would say that about me.
Okay. High endurance. This is really good for sports too, and it doesn't smell like too strong. It's actually got a good smell.
And they also have shampoo, body wash, and conditioner, which is
They do,
some of my
actually.
favorite stuff. A lot of stuff I have really irritative skin, and
They also recently came out with a full body deodorant where you can put it on your feet, your legs, your head, your
I
back,
actually didn't even know about that.
Really?
your crack.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only stuff that doesn't hurt my skin.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
Thank you, Old Spice,
yeah.
for the
appreciate it, Old
unaware
Spice.
sponsor.
So
Back to the pod.
who do you really think was involved with the rigging of the draft?
Definitely people like high. Not, I wouldn't say David Stern himself was like directly. It was all him. But I'd say definitely people like under him. Like definitely.
I was thinking of people like high up in the food chain in the NBA and even outside sources.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of,
like
outside
owners.
sources. Who was in New York at that time?
Mobs.
Just-
Mobsters. Was Jay-Z around it?
Concrete Jungle Wet Dream Tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like 50 now. He's probably around that. I mean, maybe he wasn't famous then.
Who else would have been? Who else would there have been then?
Biggie Smalls.
Haley Welch.
No.
I just. All right, we're a little off topic.
Yeah, let's get back on top.
I don't really know. I don't really know what else to say about this draft.
Karl Malone probably been around back then.
So you think the rig was draft?
You think the regular
You think the draft was rigged?
Yes.
You think the draft was
I
rigged?
think the draft was rigged.
You think?
Yes, I think
The draft-
it is.
No,
I think you
that-
changed my mind
Alright.
about it.
I think the draft was rigged.
Conclusion of the Devious D podcast. The NBA rigged the 1985, 86 draft. And yeah, they're cooked.
The dust is settled.
They're cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we say it, it's
It's
right.
come to light out of the shadows.
Yes.
All right, signing out, guys.
All right, thank you for watching Devious D's philosophy.
You go.
What?
No, I don't know.
Right, guys, pound it.
Noggin.
Noggin.
See ya.
See ya.